This is Black Science TV 111. It's Osei Kufuor. Today I'm coming to you on the subject of black souls compromised. Now, I'm going to jump right into this. Now, a lot of us have been subjugated due to the oppression of our esteem throughout the course of history. And because of that, we look back in history. There's nothing wrong with looking back into history because history is our root. But everything has a time and a place. If you are here looking back at history, then evidently you're using something back from history to elevate or to evolve the present time that you're in at the moment. Excuse me. Now, a lot of so-called conscious dudes love to go into the neighborhood and talk about, kemetic and things of that nature. Nothing wrong with that. That's our ancestors. I love our ancestors. I give reverence to our ancestors every single day. But at the same time, how is us standing on the corner talking about pyramids and certain civilizations and the Sphinx and things of that nature going to keep our children from being shot down? We got daughters being raped by the pastor in the church, by the uncle in the family. We are dysfunctional people. Our souls are compromised due to a system that has conditioned the superiority of our spirituality. So the thing is this right here is we're going to have to stop getting on the corner talking about kemetic. Because talking about kemetic, while you talking about kemetic, they planning to shoot down our children. They planning to hang out black women. So it's no more, we have to bring it up to date. Because now we're living in the now. And talking about the pyramids and stuff is not going to help us to alleviate the suffering and the pain that our children and our black women are going through today. Our black women need us. They crying out for us. But since we eating so much estrogen by way of the fast foods in our neighborhoods that they make affordable to us, the estrogen that we eating is taking on our DNA and is compromising, or it is changing our DNA into feminine energy. They are trying to change the energy of our souls. It can't happen, but at the same time, they can balance it to a point where you can actually be unbalanced within their illusion. It's time to stop this. And I touched on an issue yesterday pertaining to some paperwork with Polite and New Covenant. I don't have no personal vendetta with this brother. I don't even know this brother. All I know is that I got a brother in my circle that he did some business for or some commerce for that wasn't satisfaction. It was insufficient. I don't care what you do. But the thing is this right here. The people in my circle will not be played or compromised. So when I consider you family, you family. I can get out here and say, I did 5 years in the penitentiary. I never snitched on nobody. I never beat nobody. Because I don't have a conscience to distribute to my people who are going through a suffering today that is actually suppressing the emotions to keep them from being able to be who they are or to reach their final destination. That's keeping the vampires alive when you carry out their agenda. We are being infiltrated in the black community. Just like they infiltrated other unifying black organizations in the past. They didn't use a white face to infiltrate it. They used a black face. So if they got a black face in the Nation of Islam to infiltrate, they got a black face in the church to infiltrate, they got a black face in the conscious community to infiltrate. So who are they? Not for me to investigate, but to give you something to think about. Now, I can say a whole lot of truth to you today, but you won't be able to many people will not be able to digest it. You got clones in the conscious community today who are agents being controlled by the government because they know that this is the time for evolution for black people to get back to where they was as far as their thinking. The aliens are inhabiting the earth, which is the brain. The aliens is the new energy, which is a form of information that's coming into our brain, giving us the ability to see things from a different perspective. And so therefore, in order for anybody to infiltrate you, if you're smart, they will infiltrate you with somebody who looks like you, talk like you, sound like you. So it's time for us to wake up. Our children getting shot down. Our children are being shot down. I'm against the paperwork. But hell, what I'm saying is this right here. When I'm for you, I'm for you. But at the same time, it's time for us to be able to alleviate some of the things around us by way of not using something that we were not there to witness as far as the pyramids and all of that stuff. It's great civilizations. Fine, our ancestors built that. But what are we building? What are our next generation going to talk about pertaining to us? What do we have for them to talk about? Do you mean that we're going to be blanked out of history because we couldn't build nothing for ourselves, because we piggybacked and made money off of history that we wasn't there to see? It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. So with that said, it's Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor. I'm out. Peace.